What is up guys? राम राम, स्वागत है आप सबका मेरी स्ट्रीम पर। Welcome to the stream guys। राम राम सबको, स्वागत है सबका। We are back with more
Outlaws. Made her do it, huh? Jeez, kind of preachy. Keep it in the monastery, lady.
हम वापस आ चुके हैं आउटर वर्ल्ड्स 2 के साथ। वहीं से शुरू करेंगे जहां पे हमने पिछली बार छोड़ा था, और बिना देरी के शुरू करते हैं। आज हम लोग नए प्लैनेट पे आए हैं। इस प्लैनेट को एक्सप्लोर करेंगे, खूब सारे साइड क्वेस्ट उठाएंगे। अभी कोई भी नई क्वेस्ट हम लोग नहीं चालू करेंगे, जस्ट एक्सप्लोर एक्सप्लोर एंड एक्सप्लोर। गोल्डन रिज में आप सबका स्वागत है। वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम गाइस। राम राम, स्वागत है। बहुत बड़ा मैटर है। चलते हैं, बाहर ही चलते हैं, इधर उधर घूमते हैं, आगे पीछे सर्च ये तो पूरा।
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
और के साथ है हम लोग आए यहाँ पे। शिप यहीं पे हम लोग लैंड हुए हैं, अभी लैंड ही हुए हैं हमको। यहाँ पर ब्लास्ट हुआ था पिछली बार, हमने देखा था। बहुत चौड़ा है, बहुत ज्यादा है। अंदर हम लोग एक बार और देख लेते हैं अंदर क्या है। ये ड्रिफ्ट है। इसके साथ तो कुछ करने के लिए हमें वेपन चाहिए होगा, वो आएगा अभी चल रहे Where are we going down? Wow. Okay. Yeah. अरे वाह, वेंडर गिलास है। So not bad. Plasma grenade, heavy rounds, large plasma charge. एक काम करो ना, ये रेसिपी सब rounds, heavy rounds, small plasma rounds.
Folk were hunkered down here. Wonder how long they held out before. Well, best not to think about it.
बहुत बड़ी लड़ाई हुई है गाइस। तभी सब यहाँ पे इस तरह से पड़े।
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left from the Protector's mercy, seeking refuge from the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Everyone is the same. सब एक है। आर्मी, ऑर्डर, प्रोटेक्टरेट, सब एक थाली के चट्टे बट्टे हैं। और अंदर बढ़ते हैं।
Lest you're bent on exploring, best we hoof it over to Matriarch's Mercy and meet with that abbot Basar mentioned.
हाँ, we'll go there, निलेश, वहाँ भी जाएंगे, मगर पहले तो इस मंदिर को पूरा नक्शा explore, आज तो बहुत सारा इसी इलाके में चलते हैं। चलो तो इधर जाने के लिए
Somebody help us! Anybody, please! Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please. course there is. It's my family. They're hurt, dying. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this way. This way.
चला जाए क्या इसे पीछे फैमिली और बच्चे को उठाना है। काफी अंदर कह रहा है दो दो
Get him, boys.
There's an ambush.
You want trouble? Trouble it is! Coming for you!
Plan is good. We kill a lot of dumb people and take their stuff. Wow! It's hard sometimes to still talk smart. This is the smart. Oh my god. I think the dumb plan, yeah. Okay, I get that. Rồi. Rồi. सिर्फ एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हैं। बात नहीं कर सकते। सबसे बात सबसे पहले वेस्ट पूरी I wish we had a live mode.
simply transiting a golden-hued region. Utmost caution is highly urged. Desperate pharmaceutical items
Aha. Examination down the hall.
That's one way to become the center of attention.
I know. Starting to get assault rifle. Oh, I like it. Sorted. Voila. Nice.
Stranger, the order bids you welcome, but also warnings. In light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice, you may want to make haste to Matriarch's Mercy. It's just down the road here.
So it was one of our bases that got hit. Well, I'm gonna be sick.
I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. It seems our temporary ceasefire with the corporatists may be at its end. Yes, this was an active war zone until recently, and now seems like it may be so again. Not quite certain why the attack was launched, but that is not under my purview. I'd surmise that when Auntie's Choice realized they couldn't get through our defensive measures, they wisely chose the path of diplomacy. Seems I was mistaken.
Well, it weren't our artillery that made that strike. I can tell you that much.
They must have done something to provoke an attack, which is why your safest path now is the one that leads to Matriarch's Mercy.
Okay, so we have to go through Matriarch's Mercy.
The Order controls everything south of this point, but the rest is beset with various dangers. Zealots, scavengers, creatures, and corporatists. Well, not certain about that last one anymore, after the attack. The creatures are of the genus Varachnid. They are large enough to kill a full-grown human, and exceedingly willing to do so. Cultists, mad to the last one. I believe they worship the rifts or some such. People will turn to anything to ease their discomfort during times of crisis, I suppose. They're both unstable and violent. Auntie's forces call them scrappers, and uses them for just that, gathering scrap materials. Excessive abuse of stimulants has made them severely unbalanced and prone to violence. They've also been known to pose as refugees, to lure their victims into ambushes. There are several camps of them northwest of here. I'd strongly advise keeping your distance.
All our efforts add to the equation.
फास्ट ट्रैक यहाँ नहीं चले, यहाँ का फास्ट ट्रैवल मिल गया पूरा पूरा पैकेज
Leftover scrappers, wilted lettuce, spoiled mayonnaise. Don't eat yesterday's sandwich. Fabricated meat. The confirmation. In the order of the ascendant.
Attention order acolytes, perfection now exists.
Think they'll notice if we jump the queue?
Another refugee? All right, step forward.
Okay, so basically बाहर खड़े कैंप हैंगे guys. This is the refugee camp. एयरपोर्ट म्यूल से बात करनी है इनको. एयरपोर्ट म्यूल के पास अकेले नहीं चाहिए, इधर-उधर घूम के वापस जाएंगे.
Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. That a fact? Well, I was going to give you a friendly warning, but since you don't have the time, I'll leave you to wonder. So be it. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Wow. Oh. We don't want negative traits before entering साला वो सही नहीं है. लेकिन हुआ कैसे बे इतना सारा outlaw फटाक से पकड़ लिया उसने किसी का.
Attention order acolytes, perfection now exists in sandwich form.
Refugees, looks like. And after that strike, there'll only be more at the gates.
Another refugee. Just a moment. Allowing anyone. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately... I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out.
हम लोग गोल्डन रिच को एक्सप्लोर करेंगे गाइस.
Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here. Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts. Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
Oh, यहाँ पे लोग
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I remember this place before the war.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders, the order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Oyster is looking pretty good right about now.
Wasteland devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
I swear, it's nigh on impossible to find decent animal remains.
Thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation inside the settlement to outside, we gain minute insight into the grand plan. And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something? Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate. To show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations. I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions. They must be exceptionally pleased with the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch's Mercy. Numbers here are pretty compelling. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors. Longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time. Then back to it I shall get.
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees. The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems like. Andes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war.
If they prefer food or having food, actually, I think they're smart and figure out
I make a point of not leaving those slow on the uptake behind. I went through this myself when Anti's Choice took over Tau Ceti. It took time to secure the merger, but once they did, we folk got the help we needed real quick. And all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's Mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this? The thought has crossed my mind, though I reckon we might have seen concrete proof of that by now. Anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then... well, I'll be the first to admit that there might just be merit in what they're selling. Appreciate you hearing me out.
No, I don't think.
No offense to Val, but it's real nice having someone watching my back who ain't in constant need of recalibration. Anyway, need something, Commander?
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance.
Don't want it, don't need it.
I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since we set up camp. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So, I'm practicing for my next disease. It's gonna be a nasty... I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends. You too. Trust me, you don't want to catch this. Neither do I, for that matter.
भाई साहब वॉर टोर्न इलाका देखो कैसा हो जाता है इसी के लिए अच्छा है
If we factor for random elements offsetting certain key variables, upsetting the mock apple cart, as it were, we start to grasp the potential range of disruption.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
Algorithmic dissonance? Don't even like the sound of it. How could something be incalculable? Why, the very idea is preposterous.
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
Broke my nose last scrap. Or, I guess Raleigh Dortmunder did, huh? Ah, I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled. The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now. You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... what does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan. Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borscht loaf. Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
Keep your lamps lit. Wherever there's trouble, there's always opportunists willing to profit from it.
Keeping everything above board? I hope not.
You got business? No? Move on. You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway?
Oh, yeah.
Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Forget it. You can come in.
I still show you the hibiscus. Agent Bobo.
Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka, yes? Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes of your character. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband. Feast thine eyes on the merchandise.
Whoa. Fuck. Okay, it's so expensive. Wow. 500 items get discount 10%. Okay, we're not doing so well. I think.
Can't get that Andy's Choice jingle out of my... Anyway. Sure, always happy.
Stuff.
Is it me or has... Anyway, sure, Paul.
चला गया वाह अब चलो हाँ भाई साहब
You haven't seen my landmine supplier, have you? I hope he hasn't blown it. I kill me! And him if he doesn't show soon. What fine contraband might I supply you with this day?
राम राम सबका स्वागत है आप सबका लाइव स्ट्रीम पर प्लीज वीडियो को लाइक जरूर करें और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दें। हम लोग बहुत सारे नए गेम्स खेलने वाले हैं। कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी 7 आने वाली है और भी 2-4 नए गेम्स आने वाले हैं। फर्स्ट डे गेम्स भी आने वाले हैं के साथ, सो बहुत मजा आने वाला है।
It's superb cover and a consistent market. Refugees are in need of all sorts of supplies that the Order cannot provide. And Sub Rosa delivers. At only a reasonable markup. Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environ. Will the Order attempt to drive me out? Will Matriarch's mercy be shelled? Shall I run out of new cereals? Oh, thrilling! Agreed. You do well in Sub Rosa with that philosophy. Supposing you didn't get killed anyhow. We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on the war. And maybe expand our reach in the process. Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. Let Sub Rosa consist primarily of ex-Anti's Choice and ex-Protectorate personnel. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting. But if the fighting stops, our income begins to go dry. Don't do anything foolish.
Okay, I want to pickpocket you guys. Look for pickpocket. बहुत सारे पर्क्स यार पर्क्स अच्छा टिल्डा से अच्छा टिल्डा
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention. Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? That's a marked improvement on earlier. Guessing they left out a bunch, though. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy. Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. The other, that's what they're there for. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument, but frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah, this guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly? Ugh, A tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilists, and a cicanid to feed. Don't make me call Mapother and Mudge over. They don't. Go on. Get out of here. Scram.
Your nose was just a stand-in for water taste. Don't feel like no stand-in.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's mercy is no.
We're not going anywhere!
Look on the bright side.
Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called exclusion zone is where we state our claim. Stand with me in defense of freedom! Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. May Huffstetler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import. Though, admittedly, it's a difficult way to make friends. The Order's not exactly fond of me. Rabble-rousing doesn't align with their vision of a perfect universe. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me. The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them. Chance of life-threatening peril from a yet-to-be-determined catastrophe were the administrant's words. Not what I would call specific. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but you, maybe you'll have better luck. Even the Order, for all of their logical ways, value an outside perspective. And because I've run out of options. Thanks, stranger. Maybe fate's on our side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building. Probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
And Agrawal, bhai sahab ki Agrawal.
I've got your numeral. Keep moving. Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
By calculating the position of every atom in the universe, we can predict the future, control reality, and ascend to a state of virtual godhood.
बोल सकते हो मगर every atom की position
Shame what happened there. I seen the whole thing.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be. Yes, technically a hut is meant to be only one story, because when you stack them, they tend to fall over. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone, so they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make... Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes. Go on. You take care now. You hear?
Nourishment is here. Apogee chips, shelf-stable and intestinal facility. Tomorrow's The paradigm is a self-centered derivative take on the grand plan. That's how little the Protectorate respects your intellect.
Agrawal. Ah, she's a girl.
By the law, it's you.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the contrary.
अबे यार तुम तो गेट खोल
I have too much on my mind for idle numerical chit-chat.
The Protectorate has only been told a watered-down...
My noggin sure is sore.
Let's go talk to Agarwal.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you? Mathematical predictions always keep us one step ahead. My latest augury noted that a stranger would come bearing an inconvenient message. This is about the exclusion zone, correct? I keep forgetting you're a newcomer and unfamiliar to these parts. The exclusion zone is a mere corner of Matriarch's mercy, and rightfully off-limits. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril. Surely. But the abbot asked me to be personally responsible for their continued well-being. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, "An outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute. And now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold." The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps the voice of the displaced will learn to listen. Any questions before you get started? I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, she cleaves to her principles. That's something. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade. But you already knew that. Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here. According to predictions, yes. Or at least, my interpretation of them. I am reasonably certain. More than usual, in fact. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, we will decide the fate of the exclusion zone.
$1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced. Well, if the archivist said so, I suppose I can factor out a moment. As the assigned provisioner, I am responsible for coordinating the requisition and distribution of comestibles, medicinals, and miscellaneous vital supplies. The overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this, leaving only moments to see to the Order's needs in the settlement. But it is an effort I undertake with great relish. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine.
रहता है गाइस, मैं आता हूँ, कहीं नहीं जाइए। Alright. Sorry to say but this place
The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the ascension of humanity. Our ultimate goal may not be reached in our lifetime. If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost extent of my abilities and resources. With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one can hardly blame them. That they are fed and remain healthy is sufficient for me. Appreciate you respecting my time. My time is yours. You may peruse to your heart's content, but do so speedily for my sake.
An order provisional appears actively, but talk to the people and learn what they
Yes. Farewell.
The only member of this place have become injured trying to improvise structures on trees to and this place ordered to have hired surplus of boxes. The displays appear to have hired surplus of boxes. Find out first.
Where do we go now? Another refuge. Where do we go now? Another. What happened to this place? Oh. Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side. I predict that the worst is behind us.
Since the schism, the Protectorate have rewritten history to exclude our teachings.
Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere. Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment. Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail. Oh dear, I got ahead of myself, didn't I? That's an occupational hazard around here.
As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle. Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions.
Go on. You take care now. You hear?
We are the descendants and experience the beauty and elegance of the well-formed.
I'm here to maintain security, not to teach you remedial calculus.
Yeah.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish. Between the invaders and the order defected, no putting this spread back into the can.
It's looking pretty good right about now.
Lord of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
All had reasons to leave.
Really? What was yours?
Honestly, I don't think it matters anymore. All that matters is we're alive.
You have a very non-scholarly look about you.
What happened to this place? Matriarch's mercy are no safer than the trenches.
Look on the right side.
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail through the refugees. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse as long as we're overcrowded. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out. Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lambing. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all. You see, the Seers are members of the Order who labor over the universal equation. Even in its unfinished state, the equation gives them the means to predict the future. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are, a dashing outsider standing before me. Strictly speaking, it isn't. Not yet. But the math is very, very, very good at predicting what is probably most likely, extremely possible. In theory. Within a margin of error. Anyway, that is the seer's business. My business is the health and welfare of this camp. Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the seer predicted an outsider would find them.
Might have time to patch up 1 or 2 patients before we head out. I used to be a combat medic. A good one, too.
You also strike me as someone on the go. I need committed medical employees, not a freelancer. The seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks. How can I be of service? Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you understand that I cannot offer my goods free of charge, but my prices are fair.
Essential to the health and well-being of the Matriarch's mercy. Be they formally trained or unconventional approach, rest assured that they will be welcome to the arms, taxidermists, and so on. Their death could be found within the bounds of the mercies. An auto-mechanical that is called the Spanish, the rest of the body is things. बार-बार पढ़ते हैं proper drug and get prescription levels to come register with benches of combat. Forthcoming assistance here.
I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report both mentioned encountering an unforeseen factor about now. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well then, I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct? We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths. The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself, who represent the Order's most talented mathematicians. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense. Unforeseen factors, random elements, anomalous outliers, incalculable variables, all of them can undercut the accuracy of our predictions. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, unknown unknowns will become known unknowns. Then finally, known knowns. You follow? Matriarch's mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why, I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area. I share the very same surprise. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly. One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized Order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you. True, my situation does lack a certain refinement. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's mercy. We all must do the best we can with limited means. I foresee you have much to do. I won't keep you. Adieu.
Hold on for a second, guys. Washroom.
Exactly at the predicted hour, it's another installment of Ask Vicar, the Vicar Exercise. A listener asks, who was the charismatic mathematician, and why do we call him thus?
Truly an inquiry for the ages. We know what he was. The progenitor of the Order, the man responsible for elevating it from academic advisory board to a humanity-safe belief system. The answer to who? It was more elusive. This is true, which is lost in the annals of history. The sobriquet of charismatic mathematician comes from his early days as a professor emeritus of cognitive mathematics. His lectures were known to leave students in tears, on the verge of mental transcendency. Yet the subject of his teachings are outside the scope of today's question. We must respect the process. If anyone wishes to know what the charismatic mathematician actually taught, simply ask, and I will answer in a later installment of Ask a Vicar.
What happens next may surprise you, but not us. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by. factually compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus. Drink Maxima alcohol-free liquor.
The other brands may be 80 proof, but ours has 80 proofs. One printed on each label. Collect and study them all.
From the Order of the Ascendant. In times of peril, remind yourself, contentment is found by accepting your role in the grand plan. Understanding your place, knowing your course, removes all worry and doubt. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote confidence.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict, with an 8.23 margin of error, that our situation will improve in time.
Stop it with the predictions. You don't even know multivariable calculus.
Just trying to cheer you up.
Welcome! Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
Go on. You take care now. You hear?
Some useful guidance for those maybe residing in Matriarch's Mercy. Avoid leaving personal belongings unattended and stay disposing rubbish and sanitation infrastructure. Remember, chalkboards are for erudition and edification only. Hygienic products are solely intended for drinking use, not fermentation into liquor intoxicants.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. From the invaders, the order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Cloister is looking pretty good right about now.
I think I'm gonna vomit. No, wait, it went back down. I'll try not to sneeze on you, but no promises. Law, finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms. Let's see it then. Well, ain't this healthcare in a nutshell? If it's bits you want, you can partake of what I scrounged together on account of folks taking pity on me. You have my gratitude, stranger. Sorry, I'm all out of I'll try not to sneeze on you.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the order. I'm not in the prediction.
Look, I'm not with Ant. How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the order. I'm not in the prediction business.
That's one way to become the center of attention.
सर पे जाके बैठ गया।
Stop deviating from the baseline.
My knife sure is sore. My noggin sure is sore. Oh. Ow.
The meaning of life is numeric, and we are the keepers of the equation.
Law. I haven't seen this many folks crammed together since recalled libations night at the thruster. Smells about the same, too.
With soup, as with life, the ratio of flavor to
Alcohol. Thus, if we compare the
rates of dust accumulation inside this.
Thus,
if we compare the rates of dust accumulation inside the settlement to
Arcadia shall.
appreciate a little help, Commander.
Looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Knew you had my back. How are you still upright over there?
वेलकम स्वागत है आपका राम राम स्वागत है और सारे गेम आने
Architect. I hope this does not turn back into an active war.
is the Order's anti-air control center. If you don't have specific business here, kindly keep moving.
My apologies. My work requires a rather high amount of focus, and as such I'm unable to engage in idle chatter.
What is with the anomalous behavior? Stop deviating from the baseline. That's one way to become the center of attention.
My apologies. My work requires a rather high amount of focus, and as such I'm unable to engage in idle chatter.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zerania Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Yes, I'm sure you're quite a big number over at the Earth Directorate, whatever that is. Isn't there a popular work of speculative fiction that used that name? For children? Alright.
Fair enough. रिट लाना पड़ेगा।
Got a bad feeling about this line, huh? Don't like being so exposed. Hell of a thing coming all this way.
Something that would never happen with the Order. Where actions help control people's lives.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. I'm the one you need to worry about. You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter. Been enough time on ice.
Time to earn my commission.
Let me know when you need a distraction. Ain't nothing there.
Trouble
Over here! 3 hole in the head! Come at me! Looking low on ammo there, Commander. I can help you whip something up. Being this close to DeVries? Anyway. Need something, Commander? Sure. Always.
Thank you for listening, guys. Bye bye.